Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Now, this fella I'm about to talk about, George Lopez, comedian George Lopez, and I don't like him for personal reasons. I mean, I used to work at a radio station. He was at an event that the radio station was putting on for a show he was doing. I went to meet him. He was an asshole. So I'm Team Paul Rodriguez all the way, all day. But George Lopez put out a clip, and he has a camera set up, and he's talking to nobody. I mean, I know he's doing a bit. He's supposed to be talking to somebody who's there, but it's just extra weird because this dude has lost his fucking mind and has been doing a lot of weird shit. But he's perpetuating a lie that you hear a lot, especially nowadays, with the ICE raids. And so he's talking about that, and he's more specifically talking about the Latinos for Trump. So he says the Latinos who wear the MAGA hats, you know, you guys are basically, he said they're basically abandoning their culture. I'll put a link in the description box. They're abandoning they think that if they abandon their culture completely, that they will be accepted as Americans. But the truth is, you will never be accepted as an American. You'll always just be a brown person. And you'll be on the chopping block when the ICE gangs come to get you. Now, you hear this bullshit that the people are being kidnapped. People are being kidnapped off of the street. Like ICE is just rolling around in a van with no windows and a bucket full of candy. And he's just kidnapping these poor illegals. They're just whistling while they work. They're selling their oranges and their roses, and they're working at their construction sites or wherever, and they're just going on about their business, and they are being kidnapped, stolen from the streets of America. And these are gangs. How do we even know that they're ICE? They cover their face. They could just be some guy who's cosplaying. Yeah. Because these groups of dudes are going to go out and get vehicles, and then they're going to get the tactical outfits and the face masks and the vests that say ICE on them, and shut the fuck up. So he's saying that they're gangs, and you'll never be accepted. You'll never be accepted as an American. Well, that's like somebody having a driver's license, and you tell them you'll never be accepted as a driver. Well, I have my license, so I am a driver. So if you're born in America, or you become an American citizen, this acceptance you speak of and you think that these Latinos for Trump are seeking is irrelevant. I'm already in the club. I'm already part of the fraternity. What are you talking about? What acceptance from whom? I'm already American, fool. They already got it. That's like you completing the race, you coming in first place, but they say, hey, we're not going to give you a medal, or we're not going to give you a certificate. Okay, everybody knows I won. I'm getting everything else. I don't care. You keep your piece of paper. What acceptance are you talking about, George Lopez, a.k.a. the comedian who looks like his face caught on fire, so they put it out with more fire? And if these gangs are going around, you know, because that's part of the Trump wants to make America white again. He wants to get rid of all the colors. Okay, so if he wants to get rid of all the colors, why wouldn't he start with black folks? Don't they have the most color? Wouldn't you start with them? Who is giving America more headaches than the American nigga? And I'm not talking about regular black folks like myself. I don't fear anyone coming to pick me up. I don't do anything wrong. I don't break the law. But you know who I'm talking about. These savages you see all over the feed on your phone. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Chicago's finest. St. Louis's finest. Baltimore's finest. You know the hell I'm talking about. So how come none of them have been snatched up? If you want to gentrify America, if you want to whitewash America, then why wouldn't you start with them? Because the two worst things that ever happened to America is a nigga and a white liberal. Because the niggas are going to carry it out and the white liberals are going to champion it, support it, and clear the way for their ignorance and their destruction and their genocide. Oh my God, yeah, you better put another fucking Planned Parenthood and like make them mobile and like, yeah, kill your baby. Yeah, suck its brains out. That's empowerment. Like the more abortions you have, it's like a mushroom to Mario. The more abortions you have, the more empowered you are. Yeah, girl, bend over, show everybody your birth canal on the internet. That's empowerment. No, they're not coming to arrest me for driving while black. It's a fire truck. People are fucking ridiculous. But anyway, they empower that ignorance. Yeah, well, it's not his fault, all right? It's not his fault that he shot that other black guy in his face at a birthday party because of like slavery, and it's not his fault. So they champion that shit, and the American niggas like, yeah, that's right. You can't look at me. You can't disrespect me. Like, yeah, hey, it's totally cool and understandable that he like stomped that white kid into a coma because he thought he said the N-word, because like that word is crazy. Like that justifies any of your behavior and all of your behavior. So then the American nigga's like, yeah, that's right. If you say that word to me, then it justifies whatever level of violence I choose to visit upon you. So on and so forth. You know what I'm talking about. So if Trump is sending these gangs to kidnap colored people off the streets, why not start with them? Because it's bullshit. They're picking up illegals. And yes, it sucks that these people are hardworking people and yeah, but you came into this country illegally, so you had to know that you were taking a risk. No, this is not pretty. No, this is not sexy. It's not clean. It's the edges aren't shaved and rounded and beautified and lacquered. The shit is rough. We're put in a rough situation. That's what happens when you put somebody who falls asleep and shits their pants in control. And the number two, the person who's second in charge, is the fucking Mad Hatter with an affinity for old penis. This is what happens. We are flooded and invaded, and the grown-up who comes in the room and says, oh shit, what America, what happened? They got to clean shit up. But dummies like George Lopez, who tell people, nah, they're Latinos who support Trump. Shut up. Weren't you supposed to leave? Hey, isn't that right? Hey, wait a minute. Wasn't George Lopez part of this gaggle of rich, entitled, famous fucks who said that if Trump gets elected, I'm leaving? Why are you here, Jorge? Vámonos, vete a la chingada, way. Why are you still here? Aren't you supposed to be in Canada, the UK, or Mexico? Because you're so fucking Latino. Why don't you go to Mexico? Why are you still here? You said if Trump got elected, you were going to leave. Well, he got elected, so what do you think, people? And the thumbnail that I picked is actually just a freeze frame from the video that he uploaded. He looks nuttier than squirrel shit. He looks crazier than a shithouse rat. Meet me in the comments. Talk to me, Goose. What do you think of this? These are just gangs of marauders kidnapping brownies off the street. Is that racist? But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.